Hello, it's Saturday the 18th. It's been a week since I last checked in, and it's been 2 weeks since my flare up. Yeah, 2 weeks on the dot. So yeah, this is where we're at after 2 weeks. If you'll remember from last week, I'll just put a comparison photo right next to it so you can see what's been happening. So you can see the pigmentation is definitely present, but I think it's already starting to go down, which is just praise the Lord. I mean, at the moment I just feel like I just look pretty tired rather than like terrible pigmentation. So I think what I've got to thank for that is I've been taking glutathione tablets with vitamin C. I've been using vitamin C serum, and I've been using SPF 50 without fail every single day. So as you can see, the lips, they're still a little bit pale, but nowhere near as scabby as they were before. So I'm really, really happy with that. So for the rest of the video, I'm just going to talk you through the program that I'm going to be following for this initial period of my recovery, because even though we can see the pigmentation, I'm more concerned about what's going on inside and just making sure that I get everything back into balance, and then I'll focus on the pigmentation even more like in later stages once the skin's gone through that initial healing period. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to take you through my supplements, my nutrition, and my little lifestyle tips as well, like just like beauty rituals and stuff that I'm going to be doing just to get this show on the road. Okay, so I feel like I'm almost back on form now. I mean, once I've got some makeup on, I feel absolutely fine. Like, I don't even feel that bad without makeup on, to be fair. I mean, I've got a little bit of like a shadow going on, but it's nothing compared to how it was. I mean, if you ever saw it at the actual time when it was all like scabbed over and stuff, it was like a scab beard, like literally. It wasn't good. So I'm just eternally grateful like to have even got this far so quickly. So this phase, I'm just going to be focusing on inflammation. The overall recovery process, I'm going to break down over like a few months. It's going to be like an ongoing thing. I mean, the last time I had a flare up was before this one, was about 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago. And it took a long time for my skin to, you know, get back to being presentable. So I'm not expecting anything to happen sort of like overnight. It's definitely going to be an ongoing process. But the first thing that I'm going to be looking at is making sure that the inflammation in my body is kept at bay. And inflammation is caused by stress, and inflammation actually also causes stress as well in your body. If you've got like an ongoing painful condition like arthritis, that's going to cause more stress in your body. But even things like if you've got digestive issues, or if you're eating the wrong things and it's causing inflammation in your gut, that's going to cause inflammation throughout your body. So inflammation is huge, and we just need to make sure that it's kept at bay, because it not only leads to conditions like this, but it also leads to diabetes, heart disease, lots of these things that just start from having too much inflammation in your body. So that's going to be my first point of focus, bringing the inflammation down, keeping it at bay. So I'm going to be addressing that by using supplements, diet, and lifestyle. So firstly, my supplements, I'm going to be focusing on omega-3, vitamin C, and vitamin D. So all three of those things work together to bring inflammation down in the body. I'm going to be taking vitamin C at 1,000 milligrams a day. I'm going to be taking a really high quality supplement, omega-3 supplement from Lamberts, which is like a pharmaceutical product. So it's not like something that you're just going to pick up on the high street. So Lamberts, their products are really, really good quality. And in terms of the price as well, like the value of it was really good compared to some of the other omega-3 oils of that standard on the market. So I picked up that one, and my vitamin D as well. Now obviously you can get vitamin D from the sun, but especially where I'm wearing sun protection at a high level at the moment, and I've got dark skin, so I definitely need to be topping up my vitamin D. So next, my diet. For the moment, I'm going to be focusing on making sure I get those 3 nutrients in particular that I just mentioned. So omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D and vitamin C, as well as other antioxidants. I'm going to be making sure that I'm focusing on getting those nutrients through my diet and just making sure that I'm addressing inflammation in that way. As well as that, I'm going to be making sure I remove as much inflammatory food as possible. So things like grains, I used to eat porridge quite a bit. Rice, obviously rice is a huge staple in the Caribbean food. So taking out grains, I'm going to be taking out sugar, refined sugar. So I'm still having berries, a great source of antioxidants. You can't avoid sugars completely. We can, but what sort of life is that? So yeah, I'm going to be taking out any sort of refined sugar, even like your more high glycemic fruits like bananas, mangoes. I'm going to be taking those out. I was going to say pineapple because they are quite high in sugar as well, but they're also very good for inflammation, as well as they've got really good digestive enzymes as well. So that's going to help combat inflammation on 2 levels. So I will still be having pineapple. So as well, removing grains, that includes bread, which also converts to sugar in your body anyway. So just removing inflammatory foods like that. Caffeine, unfortunately, I'm going to be avoiding caffeine as well. Caffeine does spike your blood sugar and can cause inflammation in your body. It can also sort of interfere with your stress levels as well, especially if it's affecting your sleep. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to be eliminating caffeine. I will still be having green tea, which does have some caffeine in it, but I will be skipping my daily coffee that I was having before, which is sad. But yes, we'll get over it. Yeah, so apart from that, alcohol. Definitely no alcohol during this period. This period I'm probably going to stick with for at least 2 months. At least 2 months. I mean, three months would be ideal, but at least 2 months. So I'll see how I go. But I'm already starting to see changes in how my body is, how my mood is, and just generally how I'm feeling. Like, for example, I had one of my toes seemed to get swollen like really easily. It was always sort of quite painful. And since I've cut out the sugar and focused on a more anti-inflammatory diet, I'm not gonna lie, the toe's not hurting as much. I mean, it could just be a coincidence, but I'll be honest, this toe's been bothering me for about 8 months, and it's much better now. So every cloud has a silver lining. And to be honest, when you start to see those sorts of things changing in your body, and you can get some almost instant rewards for your efforts, it makes it easier to stick to things like this. So just bear with it and just notice every sort of change that's happening in your body when you change your diet. So for my lifestyle tips for combating inflammation, I'm going to be taking regular Epsom salt baths, which are really detoxifying, and just relaxing as well, just making sure that I'm including relaxing practices in my life every day. So I'm going to be doing yoga as much as possible. I was aiming to do yoga every day, but I just don't seem to be able to fit it in every day. But at least what I will do is put my legs up the wall for 10 minutes, even if I'm just like doing it for 10 minutes while I'm reading a book before bed. And that's just one way to get it in. It's a really nice pose, actually, really calming as well. Also, I'm going to be doing lymphatic drainage or stimulating my lymphatic drainage system by body brushing in the mornings. So before I have my shower, I use a body brush and just stroke up from the feet up to the heart in strokes going towards your heart. So that's going to boost your lymphatic system, which is going to boost your immune system and help to flush out any sort of toxins and debris from the disease that's just happened. So I'd had some steroids for about a week, and I've also just had an illness as well. So you just want to be focusing on helping your body to sort of eliminate any sort of debris that's left over from that. Just get it out of the body. So I've been focusing on supporting my lymphatic system as well. So along with the sort of super clean eating, drinking lots of water and getting a good amount of sleep, you're just going to sort of like help your body to get back to a nice calm state. And in Chinese medicine, they say that inflammation is like having too much heat in your body. So it's just about doing things that are going to keep your body cool. So you want to be looking at your stress levels. You want to be looking at managing like any sort of hot emotions, taking yourself away from any sort of stressful situations. These things are all going to help to manage the inflammation in your body. So those are my 3 points of focus over the next 3 months. My supplements, my diet, and just sticking to these little lifestyle tips that are just going to support everything that I'm doing. So yeah, watch this space. Thank you for checking in. And if anyone's got any other tips for me, anyone suffered with this sort of thing before, or just gone through like a detox program and they've got any sort of really good tips that they want to share, I'd love to hear them. Drop them in the comments, and let's catch up again soon.